Starting with the first question, scientist needs to add approximately 100 cm of water to each of 50 large beakers. The scientist needs to fill the beakers as quickly as possible. ठीक है, quick. और वॉल्यूम मेजर करना है, ठीक है, you're supposed to measure volume and 50 large beakers. So remember, burette is not quick, ठीक है. If you know what a burette is, उसके अंदर the liquid pours out drop by drop, ठीक है, that's not going to work. Gas syringe is obviously for gases, so that is also gone. Pipette is also not very quick, ठीक है. Pipette का issue है कि it's got a very small nozzle, so things will come out of it drop by drop. So quickly as possible, not a pipette, ठीक है. Gas syringe, obviously that's wrong. Burette, गलत. So you're left with the measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder, remember, is the quickest when you try to measure things. The other thing is कि 100 cm cube. Yep. So you've got a 100 cm cube fill करना in each of 50 large beakers. So that's fine. It's a 100 cm cube measuring cylinder, so that should work. ठीक है. Remember, quick measuring cylinder, लेकिन it's not very accurate. Pipette or burette, they're far more accurate. ठीक है. So next one is कि 4 mixtures each containing 2 substances are shown in the table. The 2 substances need to be separated and collected. Which row is correct? तो separate करना है और collect भी करना है. Now remember, chromatography जो है ना, that's not a collection system, ठीक है. It's just separation. It's not, you can't really collect. If you're doing chromatography of ink dyes, you can't collect those ink dyes. You can just separate them, you can analyze them, but definitely you can't really collect them. ठीक है. अच्छा, आगे आ जाओ. तो you've got methanol and ethanol. Remember, they are both miscible. That means alcohols, they mix with each other. ठीक है. So that's not going to work. ठीक है, because evaporation would not work. Both would evaporate. ठीक है. So how would you separate them? That's not going to work. Oxygen and nitrogen fractional distillation, that is fine. ठीक है. Remember, oxygen and nitrogen have different boiling points. Liquid air is always separated using fractional distillation because they've got different boiling points. तो किसी boiling point पे nitrogen मिल जाएगा, किसी boiling point पे oxygen boil होके it will evaporate, it will turn into gas, and you can collect that. So C is fine. C has no issues. Last वाला गलत इसलिए. Sand is insoluble. Barium sulfate, remember, all sulfates are soluble except for barium, lead, calcium, 3-4 हैं which are not soluble. So this is not soluble, this is not soluble. If both of them are not soluble, you can't really do filtration because वो दोनों ही filter out हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. So that's how it will work.